A farmer understands the needs of every season, and so do Farm Bureau members. When Arkansas families needed electricity, our members brought it. Reliable roads, our members built them. Agricultural education, our members provided. Today's members may not live on a farm, but their connections are as close as ever. So when that difficult season comes, no member has to face it alone. For every season, Arkansas Farm Bureau. Join today.
Well, the Arkansas legislature meets in this very room on Monday afternoon. I'm joined by Representative Harold Copenhaver of Jonesboro. He's been one of the co-chairs of a task force working on the major reason you're in special session, which is to reform the public school employee insurance fund. Thank you very much for being with us this morning.
You're more than welcome. Thank you for the opportunity.
Let's talk about what the solution is that you guys have fashioned from your task force work here. What are you going to propose? What's going to pass in this legislative session in order to correct this situation?
Well, obviously, the situation has occurred again that we had a deficit of an additional $36 million. And so the task force was formed by the Senate and the House to propose adjustments and how we can go forward and take the Band-Aid off of this situation. In moving forward, we've already implemented $21 million, which was approved by the governor and the task force, and working with EBD to adjust the plan adjustments.
But EBD being Employee Benefits Division,
that
so
is
people
correct.
Understand the acronyms. Go ahead.
That is correct. So the recommendation came from the task force, and with the governor's approval, those have been implemented moving forward for the new plan of October 1st. The session Tuesday, or Monday actually, will be some additional changes that we deem necessary in moving forward to save the teachers additional funding.
And that is eliminating part-time workers from the plan, spouses that have insurance options from other places, some elective surgeries. Am I missing anything else?
And dependent coverage verification as well. But in general, the essence of what our recommendations are doing is we saw that the teachers themselves or full-time employees with the public school system were not using the plan. It was actually other facets such as the spouses or part-time employees. They were using, the claims were higher. So our claims are much higher than the premium dollars that we're taking in. So with Tuesday, upon approval from the House of Representatives, additional funding will be available to lower and offset those claims for these employees.
What happens if you don't do anything?
If we don't do anything, to be point blank, we're looking at a 35% rate increase. And let me just go there 1 second. The current family plan on the Gold Plan is $1,132 a month. A month.
Okay.
An additional 35% rate increase would be required. That would mean that additional funding would be up to $1,500 a month for that family if we do nothing. The current program that we have in place with the $21 million that's already been put out there as far as numbers has eliminated that down to $850 a month with a $2,000 deductible. Then implementing the changes after Tuesday or a special session, hopefully an additional 8 to 10% will also assist the teachers in that premium.
All right, I solicited a lot of questions from teachers that had questions for you and for the task force. I got over 7 pages of single-space questions here, and so I just want a commitment from you that we will work together to get answers to every one of these questions here and get back with these folks.
Absolutely, that would be my pleasure, and that's what we're here for.
All right, tell me what happens next after this special session. This task force remains intact. You still have more work to do. What are your plans for the EBD task force after this week's special session ends?
And I think that's very important in moving forward. The task force is not, our job is not done. We see where we need to improve in other areas. Actually, we're moving forward in some directions that the teachers are requesting and employees are requesting, that we look forward into seeing what the private sector would have to offer for these teachers. That would eliminate them having to deal with EBD because they're very frustrated with them, and we understand.
You're talking private insurance plans.
That is correct.
Okay.
That is correct. So our idea is to look at a large institution, a medium school, and a small school, see what the private sector would have to offer for those individuals, and then put it back to local government.
All right, interesting. Last question for you. You're going to meet in this room starting tomorrow How cool is it to be in the old State House? What do you think about this?
Pinch me, and this is so much of history, and this is what our state is built on, and working together. And the House of Representatives, again, we don't want to be here for this special session, but in order to look out for what's best for our teachers, we're pleased to do so.
All right, Representative Harold Copenhaver, thank you so much for your time. Good luck this week's session.
Thank you.
When we come back, I'm going to play a portion of my Friday afternoon interview with Mike Ross. You may have heard he's running for governor. He's the Democratic nominee. More of that when we come back.